All right, so let's continue. And this lesson is about templates. And a template you can think of as a fill in the blank type of template that you can use, for instance, for ADR files or even for emails. If you send out a specific email, how should the format look like, or anything else that you want to be done a specific way as an output. Mostly this will be, like I said, MD files, but it can be blog posts, right? It can be, like I said, emails. It might be test procedures file where you can say, you know what, make the MD file so that it got checkboxes that we can check off things, and also maybe in this test sequence allow for different phases, so we split tests up in phases and so forth. Now uh, I did run a test just before we start again, asking Cursor to create me a page, and it did ask me once, or it did again start programming, and then only afterwards ask me for a approval of the ADR file. Now I don't like that, because if I didn't approve, right, it would have done all the programming. Every time it does something, it costs tokens. You sit and wait unnecessary, and so forth. So I've asked Cursor to really go, can you, and here's what I said on top, can you update the rule file in question to always ask me to approve the ADR before you even start with the programming. So it took out this line and it added a new line so that it will always first ask. Now, I have a template file for you that is specific for the ADR document, right? And I've created under docs, I've created templates, and I placed mine under the directory called templates. You can do the same, right? You can even now go to your default projects rule and say all templates created should be in the templates directory, and it will do it. Now this one you download onto your computer, right click on it, copy, and then come and play and paste it right in here in the templates directory. How do you create a directory? You right click somewhere on the directory that you or the main directory, because we want docs and you want under docs templates. You can just right click on docs and say new folder, and then place the new folder. Let me do it. New folder. I'll call it to be deleted. Hit enter, and there you can see there I have that directory. All right, so this is how my template looks like. All right, and this is how I want Cursor to basically fill in the blanks, if you think of it that way. So status, then you can choose the three statuses, context, and you go on, and it will database modified, and it even shows you what it will do to create a new table, how that should look like, and if it's altered tables, or if it's just an alter on a table, for instance, change the table columns, add another column, change names, and so forth. It will all be then in here. Now, what it now did for me is to say, all right, from now on, I'm not going to run any code, but I also wanted to use this template from now on. So I'll just right click on this template, and I'll say copy. I just want to see sometimes, add file to cursor chat. You can do that and it will just add it there, right? And I'm going to say, also in this rule file, please add this file. It's a template on how the ADR file should be structured. All right, and it will now go, and from now on, of course, you don't have to add it in a rule, but then every time you create an ADR file, you have to go and say, create this file, but use this template for it. So templates, while it's busy now, templates keep things looking exactly the same. Templates ensure that the data you actually want is in that MD file. Else you leave it up to your AI agent. And the thing is this, your context window is not that big when you code, right? It depends on the AI model you use. But as you carry on, the things to the top is starting to be lost and not being remembered by AI, and it will then basically not remember how it, as an example, structured ADR files. Now I want to show you something here. Can you see this little circle, and it shows how much it's 33, 50, 60% context window is used. So it will go on until it's 100%, and then cursor will automatically summarize this whole chat, and you'll see the circle will go, say, from 95% back to 20%. So there's always a summary that will be done. Your context cursor will try its best to keep your context window in such a state that AI don't forget what you talked about. All right, so it is there, but how about I open up a new chat and want to start doing new things, right? You can't continue using the same chat forever. It will just get so compressed and things will go just so bad for you. All right, but that's why you have, if I click here way to the top, I can see all the previous chats I have. So what I do is, every time I'm starting a new big action, I'm starting a new chat, right? And I can then always go back to the chat to do something specific that was to do with that specific chat that I worked on. It can be a chat on authentication. It can be a chat on shopping carts and things like that. All right, so let me just make this smaller again. So it went and it did it for me. Let's see how it looks like. So first off, it created a few things, and then somewhere here, it will talk about the structural changes that it made. There we go. Docs template, reusable doc template, e.g. ADR. So it's actually went the extra mile and say straight in your main default file to always go to the templates directory to see if there is a template that can be used for the action that is being performed. So from now on, you can actually just start adding templates in the templates folder, because that folder will be checked no matter what actions you're going to perform. So I'm going to go now and I'm going to ask it, okay, let's test this. Please create for me a new web page that shows not just products and so forth, but also the stock quantity and the cost price, and also maybe a little star system that rates what customer thinks of this specific product. This should be then available and in the back end of our program. Just want to keep the old stuff so we don't see all these red lines. And let's see if this template will be used. So you can immediately think that every time you're going to create things and templates are involved, it will make things look exactly the way you want it to look. So we've got 1 or 2 minutes left. Now also, templates, just as rules, you can save somewhere and use it always in all your projects, right? So you create a template once, you create a rule once, and when we look at skills next, you create skills once, and you use it all the time in all your projects. Okay, open the ADR and confirm you're happy with it. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to do it quickly. So there you created it. Public catalog details. So at this point, the status is proposed, the date, and even look at how it's displaying the SQL now. Instead of one big line, it actually shows you exactly how the SQL will look like. But also from now on, whenever he needs information, and if I say it, I mean your AI client or your AI programmer, it's got this data right here in the ADR. All right, it can see when things are approved, when it's disapproved, and so forth. And now I can go and say, all right, I accept this ADR, please continue. So it didn't write any code, wasting coding tokens in case I have declined this. I know exactly what's going on. AI knows exactly what's going on. And a nice history is built, and at any time when AI is stuck or want to know something or make sure that it's the proper way of doing things, you not only have the rules, you even have the ADR files that is a complete history of everything that happened. So I hope you find this very useful. It is, and as you're going to continue programming using templates, using skills, using rules, is going to make your experience smooth. The difference between struggling till midnight and early hours of the morning, having things breaking all the time, is these things that I'm showing you right now. The difference between a vibe coder that basically goes into hiding because his code is not working, and you is exactly this: skills, rules, templates, and then what you did previously, understanding how the whole framework, how the whole infrastructure of your project works properly. That's it. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.